the guy who would be the ideal running back one in this class comes with a litany of question marks. Talking about Rodney Anderson of Oklahoma, and we're going to get into all of his background and why he is so polarizing in the 2019 NFL Draft Profiles right here on Dynasty League Football.
The NFL Draft Profile Series, NFL Prospects, break it down, let's get it. People's pen and the gridiron scholar, time to do it major. Let's see who running the field, let's analyze the data. Yeah, let's go.
So when we talked about DK Metcalf, I mentioned he would be central casting for the wide receiver position. I think the same holds true for Oklahoma running back Rodney Anderson and what you think of a running back. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the elusiveness, he runs between the tackles, he's a pass catcher, he's a do-it-all guy, he's got breakaway speed, he's got everything. But John, he's got a lot of flags. So, and I'm not talking off-field stuff, I'm talking on-field stuff. 3 of his 4 seasons at Oklahoma resulted in season-ending injuries. That's not a fluke. There's a lot going on here. So talk about the player and then let me know what your thoughts and concerns are moving forward as he goes to the NFL, John.
This Super Sooner would easily be in the conversation for one of the top 2 running backs available in this draft class if he had no injuries in his past. But you said it. He has lost 3 seasons of his 4 on campus to injury. So you're walking into a situation with a lot of red flags. He endured a season-ending broken leg in 2016. He suffered a fractured vertebrae in the neck the following season. Then he played. But last year against UCLA, he suffered an ACL tear. So you're looking at a young man with all of the athletic ability you could ask for in a top-shelf running back. But the medical reports and the red flags are going to put him down the draft board. Now, how good was he in 2017, the one season he was on campus? He was stupendous, Andy. He was all Big 12 second team. He's also a pretty good and intelligent young man. This year he was academic all Big 12 second team. He graduated Oklahoma with an arts and sciences planned program degree. So he's a good young man who worked in the classroom, but he only's been on the field for 1 season. So I believe there's going to be some NFL teams who just take him off the draft board, or they drop him so low that if it's not the 6th or 7th round, they're not going to draft him. Now, looking at some of his scholar statistics that I liked, he averaged 6.4 yards per carry. I love that. He only had 17 receptions, but Andy, most of those receptions came in the 1 season, and you were correct when you alluded to his pass-catching ability. He's a much better receiver than the total career numbers look like. Now, I'm not big into comps either, but he does remind me of DeMarco Murray. I hate to use it because DeMarco Murray came out of Oklahoma. Also, our man Anderson is 6'1" and 220-pound redshirt junior with a stout upper body and dense legs. He is a silky smooth runner with great vision and quickness. He's a one-cut ball carrier with burst. He runs with a good pad level and powers through defenders. He has loose hips, above average foot speed, and deft lateral cuts. He's a very good contact balance player. He extends plays after the first hit. He's an electric pass catcher with natural and soft hands, even though the career numbers are not there. He tracks the ball well, and he adjusts the passes in the ear. But there are some other concerns other than just injuries. He's a passive pass blocker who gets punched by rushers, and he needs to improve his patience and identifying the holes as a runner. Andy, I would have a first-round grade on this young man if he had never been injured. But he does, and I can't avoid that. I have him as a third-round talent. I do not believe he will be drafted in the 3rd round because I think teams will move him down the board. What do you see in Rodney Anderson, and where would you draft him, Andy?
We're pretty similar when it comes to the Oklahoma Sooner, and I don't mean to beat it to death, but the health is a major concern. And I don't normally like to say that about players, especially this young, but the 3 season-ending injuries in 4 years is an alarming percentage. Now, he hadn't lost anything with the previous 2 injuries, so we'll have to wait and see if this 3rd one is any different. But there's a lot to like about his game. He runs with regularity between the tackles. Because of that, he can sometimes get bottled up in the scrum. He can also get a little too cute with it, maybe make an extra cut one too many, but he does keep the legs moving, pushes piles forward. He runs with a great pad level, stays on balance through contact. He sees holes and is able to squirt through them with a little bit of an extra burst where he has true breakaway speed, John. I think as far as the running backs in this class go, if you were to put him at 100% health on an even playing field after Darrell Henderson, he's the next guy at the running back position that has that true breakout ability. His pass protection is there, but it's not always so strong. He gets bullied a lot at the line. He does have soft hands, as you mentioned. He's a reliable pass catcher. I mean, all in all, he could and probably should be the running back one of this class and be in the conversation for a round one grade. But the injury history is going to take a major toll. I personally think he can go as high as round 2, but I agree with you. I think the injury history pushes him down to the 3rd or maybe even beyond that. I definitely like Rodney Anderson. He's definitely a guy I'd want to take if I could get my hands on him, but I don't think he's worth the risk of paying a premium price, whether that be real-world team in the NFL draft or for your fantasy teams in a dynasty draft. The reward could be there, but he's the kind of guy, if you're in a dynasty league and you have 2 first-round picks, he's maybe the guy you take with one of those because you have a fallback. If you only have 1 pick, though, I don't think I'm pinning all my hopes to this being the guy I get production from. If it hits, it's all going to be there. It's going to be great, but you're going to have a lot of risk attached to that. So buyer beware. Let us know what you think of Rodney Anderson. Are you in agreement with us, or are you throwing all that to the wind and saying, no, I'm taking this guy? Leave it in the comments below. Make sure you like the video. Check out all the other plays we're covering on Dynasty League Football. And go to expandtheboxscore.com for your advanced college statistics, metrics, and data needs. Thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed.